News 7x7 is a unique channel dedicated to the news from dairy industry. Every week you receive brief on top 7 dairy news on this YouTube channel from India and abroad. These news could be seen in detail on our channel dairynews7x7.com also. You may write in the comment box on the dairy topics of your interest. We will try to develop news feature on the same. Your constant feedback and patronage to this channel is our source of top 7 dairy news from the week of February 19th will cover. Dairy products saw sharp price rise and no immediate relief expected. Milk and milk products have an average weightage of 6.61% in CPI. Center to create digital database of livestock by April. Yogi's budget has Rs 86.95 crores for reviving the existing milk unions in UP. Dulquer Salmaan campaigns for Smoodh in South Indian markets. Soy, oat, almond, others can be called milk. FDA proposes in USA. Global dairy prices goes down by 1.5%. According to the item-wise retail inflation data sourced from the Data Warehouse of Statistics Ministry, retail inflation rate for ghee surged to over 18% in January as against 8.9% in August. Inflation for ice cream rose over 11% against 10.29%, and for baby food too, it jumped to over 10.6% in January as against 7.77% in August. Rise in prices of these products can be attributed to a chain effect. Milk, which is the basic input in these entire products, witnessed price hike at least 4 times since 22. Producers say they were forced to raise the price as fodder became costlier and poor flush season gave less quantity of milk, which in turn lowered the quantity of milk powder. Nestle India last week stated that fresh milk prices continue to remain firm due to lumpy skin disease in the second half of 22 and rise in feed cost to farmer. Bhupendra Suri, CEO Godrej Jersey, pointed out that other input costs have also contributed to the rise in milk prices. The primary packing material cost has increased with rising purchase price of glass bottle by 23% and increase in PET and plastic film cost by 7 to 8%. As per Manish Bandlish, MD, Mother Dairy, consumers are unlikely to see any relief in terms of softening of milk prices in the short term. We expect the trend to continue till October this year. After moderating in the previous 3 months, inflation rate based on the Consumer Price Index CPI for January surpassed the upper threshold of the Reserve Bank of India's tolerance band. The increase in retail inflation from 5.7% in December to 6.5% in January was largely driven by food prices, particularly cereals. Inflation in cereals hit 16.1% in January. Alongside, prices of protein-rich items such as milk, eggs and meat led to food inflation soaring from 4.58% to 6.19%. Inflation in food articles saw an increase of minus 1.25% in December to 2.38% in January. Rise in food prices will have a relatively greater impact on CPI than the WPI because of the weights. Food has an overall weight of roughly 25% in WPI basket, while in CPI basket, food occupies a weightage of 46%. Milk and products have a weightage of 7.72 in rural, 5.33 in urban and 6.61% on an average. The National Digital Livestock Mission NDLM is expected to be rolled out by April this year to create a technology-enabled and farmer-centric ecosystem, RK Singh, Secretary Dairying, has said. Besides creating a digital database of the country's livestock wealth, NDLM will improve delivery of services to farmers and update them with information in time, Singh said in his inaugural address at the National Seminar on the Indian Dairy Industry, Vision 2030, held at Thrissur. The digitization of livestock will keep effective tracking, disease surveillance and information dissemination. This could be implemented easily in a state like Kerala, which has made good progress in tagging its livestock, he said. Increasing productivity, expanding the organized sector by bringing more farmers into cooperative networks are critical for the future growth of the dairy sector, Singh said. Tabling the UP Budget 2023-24 in the State Legislative Assembly, Uttar Pradesh Finance Minister Suresh Kumar Khanna proposed an allocation of Rs 100 crore for the financial strengthening of district central cooperative banks. It is learned that there are 50 DCCBs in the state, out of which 17 banks are not in good financial condition. For strengthening the dairy sector, the budget proposed Rs 86.95 crore for reviving the existing milk unions and Rs 61.21 crores for the implementation of Nand Baba Milk Mission. Rs 60 crore for dairy projects in Meerut and Varanasi districts have also been allocated. Parle Agro has launched Smoodh fruit smoothies under their dairy brand Smoodh. Parle Agro has signed Dulquer Salmaan as the brand ambassador of Smoodh for the southern market of India. He has joined Varun Dhawan, who is the face of the brand nationally. Nadia Chauhan, joint MD and CMO Parle Agro, said, India is a dairy-loving country. Keeping that in mind, coupled with the huge success of Smoodh flavored milk, we have expanded our Smoodh dairy brand to launch another exceptional offering, Smoodh fruit smoothies. With our new offerings, consumer will get to enjoy their favorite snack in a drinkable form in a variety of unique flavors at the price of Rs 10, an offering that's never existed in the Indian market before. It also reinforces our commitment to introduce more good-for-you products for our Indian consumers. Chauhan added, we are passionate about setting ambitious goals as that's what drives us. Smoodh fruit smoothies in another step towards our mission of making our dairy brand Smoodh a Rs 5,000 crore brand by 2025. Food and Drug Administration officials issued guidance that says plant-based beverages don't pretend to be from dairy animals and that US consumers are not confused by the difference. Dairy producers for years have called for the FDA to crack down on plant-based drinks and other products that they say as animal-based foods and cloud the real meaning of milk. Under the draft rules, the agency recommends that beverage makers label their product clearly by the plant source of the food, such as soy milk or cashew milk. The rules also call for voluntary extra nutrition labels that note when the drinks have lower levels of nutrients than dairy milk, such as calcium, magnesium, or vitamin D. They would continue to allow labels that note when plant-based drinks have higher levels. The Good Food Institute, a group that advocates for plant-based products, objected to the extra labeling in a statement, saying the guidance misguidedly admonishes companies to make a direct comparison with cow's milk even though key nutrients are already required to be listed. Global Dairy Trade Event 326 concluded with the GDT price index down by 1.5% and average price closed at $3,414 per metric ton. A total trade of 30,693 metric ton of dairy commodities was carried out during the event. The price of various commodities are as follows. AMF index down by 2.6% at an average price of $5,447 per metric ton. Butter index up by 3.8% at an average price of $4,922 per metric ton. Cheddar index up by 1.5% at an average price of $5,086 per metric ton. S&P index down by 2.4% at an average price of $2,769 per metric ton. And WMP index also down by 2% at an average price of $3,264 per metric ton.
Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.